channel. This is Reethika. Today in this video I'm going to share you my Cognizant company interview experience. I'm not going to share you like how I prepared for this interview. I'm going to share you like what happened on that particular day with the HR and technical round and even with the aptitude test. So I think this video will help you like with the questions they are asking in the interviews, and you don't know, right? You may be the next person sitting for Cognizant company for placement. So I think it would be useful for you. Let's get started. So last year, September 2019, Cognizant company visited our campus. So we have written aptitude test. This aptitude test consists of blood relations, logical reasoning, and English also verbal. So and automata also. Automata is nothing but, don't think it will be much of code. It will be just simple thing like writing output for the program and correcting some errors in the program. So it would be very easy. They will finalize the list based on the verbal. So depending upon the company, they have some eligible criteria to clear the aptitude test. So I think English verbal is the main important thing for Cognizant company. So you should score more in that verbal thing. So yeah, finally we have cleared that aptitude round, and coming to the technical and HR round. For different companies this round varies. First is that aptitude written test will be same, and technical round it may be 1 or 2 for based on the company, and HR also may be varying. But for Cognizant there is one technical and one HR round, and this both happened on the same day for me. Now coming to the technical round, there is a huge room with the 50 panels. They're sitting like with some distance. So they called my name. I have entered the room, and there is this guy sitting next to the door. I just went, sat, I just wished him, and then he started asking me the questions. What he asked me first, he asked me, tell me about yourself. So one thing I want to say, tell me about yourself should not be very long or very short. I've just told him for 1.5 minutes, not more than that. So, and then he started seeing my resume. So guys, please remember that he will be starting the questions from the topics which you kept in the resume. Don't think that technical it will be more tough. I may clear that round or not. Don't worry for that, because the things which you are keeping on the resume is the key point. The person who is interviewing you will not ask very tough questions. He will be asking very basic questions. So be careful with the things which you kept in the resume. Be thorough with the topics, and you will definitely crack this technical round. Now coming to the questions, he asked me first, I know this sorting techniques and all, but he asked me selection sort program. So he asked me, he gave me a paper to write, and I didn't write the complete code with that all braces and all. So I just explained him the logic, like what is that n, what is that for loop, why I'm taking the loop, how this loop is going to iterate. These things I explained him in logic, and he said he was like totally fine with that answer. One thing is, be very specific with every detail. Now we are taking a variable in a code. Explain him what this what this will be happening with that variable, because if you don't explain him in detail, he may start asking you questions in that. Kept these data structures in my resume, so he came up with sorting techniques, and then he started asking me about linked list. So he asked me types of linked list. I told like only 2, single linked list, double linked list. And then he asked me, what is this head node for? What is this tail node for? So I answered him. And then he asked me, do you know depth in SQL? I said, I'm not aware of that, because I didn't keep that thing in my resume. So I'm not much aware of it. But if you ask me some question, I'll definitely try for that. So he gave me a question. What is that question? I don't remember that properly, but regarding joins he gave me. So I explained him the logic, like how this is going to join those 2 different database tables, and then he asked me to write the query. So I don't know, at that time I don't remember that query, so I just simply wrote, and he was like, okay, this was perfectly fine. And he told me some small mistake. See, remember, every panel will not be like this. Don't make mistakes. But for me, at that time, I already informed him before that I'm not aware of this in deep. So if at all they ask you some question, please don't say that I don't know, I can't answer it. Say them in a like positive way that I'm not aware of it, but I may try that. You could say in that way, so it gives them a positive impression on you. And if you do a mistake also, it's okay, because out of 7 questions, if you do a small 1 mistake, that's totally fine, I guess. We are done with this, and he started asking me questions regarding my project. He asked me what is my title of the project and what is the main domain, the main idea of this project. So I explained him Sir, at this point of time, I'm in my 4-1 semester. I have developed 2 modules, so I didn't finish my whole project. So, but I could explain you the main idea of this. So I explained him regarding my project, and he come up with a question that already this thing is existing in the now present world. Then what is new in your project? So you should be in a position to explain them. So mine is regarding like Google Maps app. I told him that this is not that accurate app to find the traffic. It will just give, okay, traffic is more in this area, so it will be like we will be dismissing that, right? But my project will show you the traffic in for that particular area, how much time, and the climatic conditions on that particular time in that area. So if you're going on that road in that particular time, it may be going to rain, the humidity, everything. It was completely different from what Google Maps. And he was like completely okay with that, and he asked me about 3rd and 4th module, and it was like somewhat different. Will this all be developed? So yeah, I told him like it was just a model and an idea of mine. If someone support me with that ideology and everything, definitely this will be into the use. If not, it will be just a model, an idea. I'm going to publish a paper on that. And he was like completely fine with my answers. He said like you may leave now, and I was also like thank you so much, sir, with some good smile. And remember 3 points. When you're saying something, straightly look into his or her eyes, because it will be like benefit for you. It shows that you are very confident about your answers, and then wear some good dress. Be very formal, like you should be like a formal representative. And 3rd most important thing is when he or she asks you some question which you don't know, please don't give up. Don't say them that I don't know this question, so at least try, or else say them that I'm not aware of this, I'll try this. So it gives them some positive impression on you, so they may immediately change their question, and somehow you may try to answer that. So I'm going to say you a situation which was happened for my friend, and the interviewer asked him that to write the complete code of your project. So what he told, I don't know, he told, because the project code will be like nearly like some thousands lines of code, right? He can't write everything. But if he tried to attempt, because that interviewer don't know, right, what is your project, what is that code and all, he may find some mistakes, but at least he should have attempted. Write some at least 1 page of code. But he said simply I don't know. Then how could he how could he clear the technical round? So he was not selected for after the technical round. These things may happen, so be careful, guys. And finally they announced my name in the podium that I've cleared my technical round. So my HR round will be going on, like will be conducted within 10 minutes like that. So I was like very prepared for my HR round. So this HR round is like a complete separate cabinet panels. I entered, there is a lady, and like she was very flexible with me, and she started asking me questions like general questions. HR round will be a bit easy when compared to technical round. She asked me to tell me about yourself, and some technical question also, that what you will do when you come to this company. So I told like I'll be learning the skills, and she asked me my long-term goal and short-term goal. These are the basic questions like we could expect for the HR round. So I was like completely prepared for that. Everything was going fine. She came up with a question like my hobbies and do you have a habit of reading books. I said I don't read much books, but I like this author Shiv Khera. His books will be like really inspiration, giving me some inspiration. And then there are many people cleared this technical round, so why should I give you this job? So I explained my reasons. I gave my reasons. So it was like she's satisfied with my answers. And then she asked me like how much salary you are expecting. I told like I was a beginner. I'm a beginner, so I don't expect much. So this would be like helpful for me for getting some experience like that. And then she asked me like for you night shift was okay, I told like any shift was fine, totally fine for me, any location is fine. Like she asked me like which location you want and timings also, like which shift you want. So we know like we don't like night shift, but you should not say like that. You should say like any shift is fine for me. So she asked me to sign on a paper. I don't understand that. Can I read the whole thing or like just sign on the paper? Because simply you can't sign on that, right? You should know that whether the company is having some bond or not. So read the paper properly. In that you will be finding how much score you got in your aptitude test and all. So read that paper properly and sign it. And actually I did one more thing. I asked her when I'm leaving, I asked her the feedback. Generally like people will say that don't ask feedback, but that was my first interview, like I was super excited, and I asked her that like how did I perform. It's not that getting job or not, I just wanted to know any mistakes if I done, because I'll not repeat these mistakes in my next interview. She was like, no, your communication skills are perfect and your technical skills are also good, so nothing much to change, everything was fine. And I also asked her a question that how would be the work environment. You need not ask, but if you really want to know, I really wanted to know. So I asked her that how would be the work environment. She told me like I was like working from 9 years in the Cognizant and the work environment will be good. Everything she told, and I was so happy. And this is how my HR round went, and I was very confident that okay, you did well, you may get the job. But until they announce our name, we can't fix for anything, right? So I waited. September 14th, my interview went. I took this interview, and on September 18th, they announced me that you got placed in this Cognizant company. I'm very happy. This is my first interview, and I cracked it. So yeah, from January, I'm working. I started my internship, and from July I am a full-time employee in Cognizant. I think these tips will be helpful for you, not only for the Cognizant company and for any other companies. This will be the same procedure. So yeah, this is my experience. I hope you like this video. If you like my video, please don't forget to give a like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching.